M. Santos po, currently OFW po dito sa Dubai. And graduate din po ako ng ETIAP Bisowa po last year.
Okay po, thank you. And si Sir James Villamil, nasaan yan?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. James Villamil, 42 years old, graduated computer science, majoring in software technology at the NSU. But currently, I'm employed sa Pagcor.
Okay po. Okay, thank you. Meron pa po akong dinatawag? Kasi sa list ko, wala si Ma'am Russell, si Sir Winifredo, si Donna May Padasas, and Ronnie Paras. Okay, so most of you are graduate ng BISOA. And some of you is, tulad niyan, BS Nursing, Computer Science. Actually naman po, kaya ako tinatanong to, kasi MBA. So, pag sinabing MBA is Master in Business Administration. So, although inline naman yung iba, so wala naman pong problema doon sa mga hindi inline. Kasi ang ating primary requirements, lalo sa MBA, is the case analysis plus the financial statement. So, sino po, kung itanong ko lang, sinong nagturo sa inyo ng financial management?
Si Prof. Wency.
Doc Wency. Okay po. So, I hope na ituro sa inyo yung financial statement analysis kasi kailangan natin yan dito sa ating case analysis. So, kaya ko rin naman kayo, actually, I am still recovering. Na-hospital ako last week, 1 week, then almost na-hospital uli ako this Wednesday night. So, kaya ang sabi ko, kailangan kong ma-meet kayo para at least mahalaan nyo, ma-discuss ko sa inyo yung requirements para at least makapag-umpisa kayo. Now, mag-record pala tayo.
Recording in progress.
So actually, ang requirements natin dito, di-discuss ko rin later, is yung about sa subject nating managerial economics and accounting. So when we say accounting, meron din tayo ditong pag-aaralan na financial statement analysis in order to makadagdag doon sa inyong financial management. And as part of this, although hindi requirements sa ating managerial economics, I want to introduce sa inyo kung yung case analysis. Na-discuss ba sa inyo ang case analysis format? Kasi gusto kong maging aware kayo sa case analysis para naman prepared kayo pagdating sa comprehensive exam plus the oral defense. Kasi you are on a second trimester, so isang try na lang. Next step is the comprehensive exam and your defense. So, kaya gusto ko rin kayong masanay sa case analysis kasi yan yung pinaka-final requirement nyo bago makagraduate. So, tinuro ba sa inyo yung case analysis? New case analysis format?
Yes, Prof.
So,
yes po, Prof. Kasi Ma'am Kat pa nagturo.
Ma'am Katrina Caswe.
Yeah, Ma'am Katrina Caswe.
Apo, anong subject?
Nung first time pa po, sorry sir, I'm driving. I couldn't.
Opo,
Management po.
Yeah, it's in
management.
management.
Okay. So, anong case po ang ibinigay sa inyo?
Iba-iba po sir eh.
Iba-iba
Mm,
po galing sa module.
mm. So, first is I will teka muna, kailangan palang mag-picture muna tayo. Kindly turn on your camera so that we can have our souvenir shot. Kailangan yan. Laging record yan. So, yun naman pong hindi po pwede, okay lang. At least, andyan yung pangalan nyo. Okay, tingin po sa camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Pause ko lang muna sa ating GC. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Prof.
Ito yung format na itinuro sa inyo. Class.
Pwede po Prof.
Pwede pong,
Next-
paki-move
next
po
slide
sa
po.
next slide.
Opo,
Or yung outline sir sana.
ito yung pinaka-basis ng grade. So actually 90 na yung passing grade niyan. So kailangan lang yan doon sa oral defense. So ito po yung first case background. So you will give the salient case facts. So ito po yon.
Yes
Po-
po.
People
Opo.
Okay, good.
mental analysis.
Okay, environmental, which is external and general environment, pest analysis. So, then the industry environment. So, okay lang kung ito yung tinuro sa inyo kasi ito yung talagang ginagamit. So, functional areas. So, again, the SWOT analysis, strength, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats. Then the central problem. Usually the central problem starts with strategy. So you will include the must and want objective. So for example, a strategy to increase or to increase the profitability and maintain status on kung ano man yung industry. So for example, yung Revlon, so and maintain its status on the beauty products industry. So sa time context, so time where the problem arise, viewpoint, the person who can solve the problem. Then ito yung mahalaga dyan, yung QSPM or what we call Quantitative Strategic Planning Matrix. So you will have at least three ACAs. For example, market development, product development, or market penetration. So the bottom line, so lalagyan nyo yan ng mga score. The bottom line, ito po yung mga possible ACAs. The bottom line, yun yung gagawin yung primary, secondary, yung pinakamataas. Then yung second sa highest is the secondary strategy. So on your recommendation. So on your recommendation, based on the QSPM, primary, second strategy, for example, market development, ang pinaka-highest, market penetration ang second. So the secondary is market penetration, secondary strategy. Then ito po yung sinasabi kong action plan na yung sa format na talagang kasama dito sa new case format is functional areas. Hindi po yun ang ginagamit sa actual case analysis on your comprehensive exam. Ang ginagamit po ay itong lumang action plan, which is meron tayong 5 column. First column is activity, second column objective, third column person or the department involved, fourth column time frame and budget. So iyan po. At least magkaroon lang kayo ng 4 or 5 activity, okay na. Huwag nyo lang kakalimutan na on the last. Second to the last is implementation and the last is evaluation and monitoring. Yun po yung actual. Kaya paano nasasabihan sa inyo, I am one of the panelists during the oral exam. So iyan po yung hinahanap namin. Pag ang ginamit nyo ay functional areas, papapalitan namin yan sa inyo ng old format. So, ilalagay ko rin po ito doon sa Blue Book sa ating resources para at least ma-access nyo itong format ng case analysis. Then meron tayo ditong, ito yung additional requirement which is sabi ko sa inyo, kailangan ng FS. So projected income statement, projected statement of changes in equity, projected balance sheet, projected statement of cash flow. The projected income statement, pupunta po yan sa statement of changes in equity. Then the statement of changes in equity, yan yung supporting documents sa equity section ng balance sheet. Then the projected cash flow, ito yung supporting documents sa cash and cash equivalent sa balance sheet. So kaya it is interrelated yung 4 na yan. Then the last part is the ratio analysis. Under the ratio analysis, meron tayong hinahinging 4, which is profitability ratio. Under profitability, there is a gross and net profit margin. Liquidity ratio, meron tayong current, asset test ratio, and cash ratio. Asset utilization ratio, meron tayong asset turnover and return on asset. Then under leverage ratio, meron tayong debt ratio and debt to equity ratio. So yan po yung requirements sa case analysis.
Sir, question po.
Opo.
Actually, I have several questions. First question po, is this going to be a group case analysis or individual?
I am suggesting na individual po kasi ang sabi ko nga sa inyo, I am preparing you sa actual case analysis sa inyong compre.
Thank you, sir. Second question po, sir, is ano po ba ito, what you call this, kanino po manggagaling yung mga topics po, yung mga
yung case analysis?
Yes.
Actually, bibigyan ko kasi kayo na yun yung isang ibinibigay namin dati. Yun yung actual, yung Revlon. Pero ngayon, alam ko bago na ang ginagamit na case analysis which is ExxonMobil, IBM, and yung isa ay NGO, which is sinuggest namin na huwag nang ibigay yung NGO kasi iba yung pattern ng income statement, ng financial statement ng NGO plus yung ratio analysis, iba rin po. Kaya sabi namin, suggestion is palitan yung NGO.
So sir, everyone will be doing Exxon na lang po?
Hindi po. Yung Revlon ang ibibigay ko sa inyo.
Yes, sir. And also, you mentioned earlier, sir, that it's like a couple of years na projected income, financial statement.
3 years.
Yeah. In each year, kailangan po ba naming magbigay ng actual na financial statement or parang summary
projected lang? Po.
Projected lang po. Okay, sige po.
Sir Nick, may tanong po ako.
Apa.
Sir, ilang years po? 5 to 7 years po?
Ang
data na needed for the projected income?
Di po, 3 years lang.
3 years. Okay, sir.
Okay, so ito po yung sample na ginagamit natin. So ibibigay ko rin sa inyo para at least may idea kayo. Parang nakita ko na si Russell dyan. So iyan po yung isa at andito na si Sir Ronnie Paras. Don't worry po, magpipicture ulit tayo. Saan ba? So isa lang po yung ating case analysis. Then another one is the reaction paper. Ito, share ko sa inyo. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so ito po yung ating reaction paper. So a reaction paper is a personal opinion regarding a given piece of work, while the paper should include a short summary of the work you are reacting to. The paper itself should nagre-record si ma'am. Okay. The paper itself should consist of your thought, feeling, and rationalization about what's discussed in the original text. This will require analysis of the given work on your part, followed by a focused, well-thought-out reaction backed by outside sources where applicable. Your reaction paper should consist of 4 main parts. So, the 4 main parts is introduction, body, conclusion, and list of citation and sources. Ito pong list of citation and sources, ito po kung saan nanggaling yung mga yung topic. So, how to write a reaction paper? Read and analyze the work thoroughly. Craft your data statement. Create the paper outline, compose the first draft, polish, and repeat. So, yan po yung paggagawa ng reaction paper. So, that's all how to make a reaction paper. Next, bago tayo magpunta doon sa discussion ng managerial economics, meron pa tayong i-discuss. Ay, mali dito. Hindi pa ito, mamaya pa ito.